Try explaining this as someone who's never played Overwatch. Oh no.
Oh god.
Cage fight and stuff.
Oh my god.
Ban him. PJ. 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 That guy said my Overwatch game. Banned. Banned immediately. Remember when we went to Overwatch 2, the whole idea was to get less visual clutter? Me too. Me too.
Here's how to
Oh boy.
counter every ultimate as Kiriko from a top 100 support main. Let's start with the tanks. For Diva Bomb, try to see if you can dink her whilst her bomb is cooking. Kiri has both Suzu and Swift set that can save her from the explosions, so you might be able to kill her before she remax. As I just mentioned, you can run to a teammate that might die to the bomb and Suzu to the ground, saving you both. If your Suzu is on cooldown, however, Kiri gets invulnerability frames when using her Swift set, so if you time it right, you can dodge the damage, even if you're TPing to someone close to you in the vicinity of the bomb. For Doomfist, if you have Suzu up, run to your most vulnerable teammate. This could be anything from a Zenyatta to a Moira who you know has Fade on cooldown, as these will most likely be the Doomfist's target. Once there, wait for the slam to come through and use your Suzu on both of you. If you don't have it available, I'd suggest splitting from your team so that if you are the target, you can Swift step to safety. If both are on cooldown, however, try to stand close to a ledge. If you're the chosen target, you can just jump off high ground and dodge the damage. Versus Mauga, you unfortunately cannot heal through the shield. If you see your teammate winning the 1v1 in the ult, run in and help him finish the job.
Yeah, no bitch
Otherwise,
shit.
I would just recommend staying outside of it, as you'll most likely just get yourself killed. Orissa's
Nah, you always jump in. No bitch shit.
ult takes a few seconds to build up to enough damage to kill. When she uses her ult, wait just under 2 seconds before throwing your
That's not totally true, I don't think, anymore because of the ramp up speed, but yeah.
Suzu. This will buy you and your team enough time to walk out of the ultimate should she choose to continue
Might
charging
actually still
you.
be true.
Jungle Queen's
Actually, it
ult
might be.
applies an anti-healing buff to whoever she hits. My best advice is to wait till she applies the debuff, then aim your Suzu to try to get as many players as possible. If you're the only one hit though, you can use your Swift Step to cleanse the debuff off you and save your Suzu for something else. Sadly for Roadhog, there's not too much you can do in terms of negating it. Your best bet is to try and draw attention to yourself and then TP out to try and buy time. If you see a teammate pressed up against a wall, wink wink, this is a great time to use Suzu on them. Like and follow for part.
What do you mean by that? I think I found the most unaware DPS duo in Overwatch.
I found the most unaware DPS duo in Overwatch.
No.
As I'm taxiing back our Moira, our Doom and Genji both just run into the enemy team and die. Like, did we not see we're down a support? There's no fucking way.
The cosmetic, just deal with it. We're mainly talking about the Moira, but
You're delusional. Yeah, they were dead and you just full sent into the enemy team. You have the awareness of a potato. No, 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 you're delusional. I'm sorry.
Just getting fucking trolled by cosmetic supports. It's okay, we understand.
I don't really think that's on supports.
Yeah, it is. I don't know, 2.5k healing is left.
We both have more healing than the enemy supports, while our DPS are getting insanely outperformed.
Holy f, you're getting cooked.
By the enemy DPS. Like, what is this guy on? It takes a special kind of stupid to push him without your support alive and then somehow think that's a support issue. Once again, the rest of our team has barely gotten back to the team fight, and both of our DPS have managed to die already. And yep, we get blamed for this too. Regrouping after a team fight? A concept? We should try it sometime, I think.
Dude. Oh man. There are so many people like this in Overwatch, dude.
Smurfy's on a bad night, shut the fuck up.
I don't believe
Oh
you.
my god, the Ice Smurfer peak, dude.
Have the capability to win bronze games, my friend. Not playing like this.
Holy shit, you're flat.
You guys are fucking
And you're in this
soldiers.
plat game as well?
You can self-sustain.
Shut the fuck up. I'm only on soldier.
You are
because
also in the
there's no
plat
other.
game? Explain that one.
I have 4 accounts still, bro. I'm only on this one because I'm calm down. I told someone how to play the game and they got butthurt.
Nobody asked.
I'm not good at it.
It's our high ground. What are you doing?
God bless our Zarya for being the reason we have a chance this game. GG.
GG's.
They still complain after. Holy shit, what the f***ing deadlift.
Didn't know you guys had better stats than the other supports and bro still bitching.
Dude, man, I have so many thoughts on this. There's so many people that say with their whole chest, they believe they're so right. And being a streamer, I feel like I see more of it than most people, just because like the internet, because they come running to me to give me their take or give me whatever they want to say. And I've learned anything in my time is most people are, so let me rephrase, some people have something to say, most people want to say something, and most people want to say something that is so wrong they don't even understand it, but they're too dumb to understand, and you'll never get through to them. It's tough. Glad you won though.
Overwatch Pet Peeves Episode 3. My biggest pet peeve is cleanse being an answer to literally every ability in the game, including ults. It's crazy, one ability stops all others plus normal damage, and I hate it. I've been saying this since Kiri's release. Cleanse does not need to make you intangible, immortal, cleanse you, and heal you. I will say though that with the release of Season 9, I have noticed that Kiri's have to use cleanse way more often to compensate for weaker healing. So
true, but now people have adjusted to it.
It's much easier to bait out the
yeah,
ability than before, and
it
it's
is
way
easier
less
to bait
common
out,
that
which
you
is
always
nice.
get your ult countered by it. DPS players complaining every time there's a new hero that's not a DPS as if their role isn't twice the size of tank or support. Okay, listen, I can understand both sides of this. Yes, the DPS category is much larger than every other category, but here's the thing. We have gotten Junker Queen, Ramatra, and Mauga for tank, and we've gotten Kiri, Lifeweaver, and Iari for support, and then Sojourn just released with the game. My point is, we have added a ton of new tanks and supports, and if you're a DPS player, it's perfectly reasonable to want a new hero for your role.
Fair.
And DPS players are in luck, because the upcoming hero Venture is a DPS. Now, do I still think there's too many DPS? Yes, I think we need to release at least 2 supports and 2 tanks in between every DPS release. But there's some people out there who literally think DPS shouldn't get any heroes until the other roles catch up, and I just don't think that's fair to DPS players. My biggest pet peeve is that some characters are just unplayable, especially with tank matchups, and then if the tank refuses to swap. I think tank mains especially know the struggle of having unplayable characters. Tank is the easiest role to counter in the game.
Wait, what?
Let me explain something real quick, because when I made my Why Tank Sucks video a few months ago, people seem to miss one of the points. Yes, every hero in the game can get countered, but if you play Junkrat and the enemy team picks Pharah, there's a 50% chance that your teammate picks a hit scan, or is already on a hit scan. You don't need to stress about countering that Pharah 100% of the time, and you could still play Junkrat into Pharah without throwing the game. If you play Winston though, and the enemy team picks Bastion, you are just handicapped for the rest of the game. No matter how good of a Winston you are now getting less value just because they chose Bastion. And in Overwatch 1, you would have a diva who could dive with you and help you fight that Bastion. You had a second tank that could help you just like how DPS has a second DPS who could help them. Other roles just don't...
The worst is when their whole team is counter swapping you and your team doesn't move and they're like, Dan, why aren't you doing this? And it's like, I will haunt you.
Don't have it as bad when it comes to counters. Yesterday, I was live streaming here on TikTok and won a game as Zen against a Doomfist, Sombra, Tracer, Kiri, and Lucio. There's no way I could have won a game as Winston against Diva, Reaper, Bastion, Brig, and Ana. If you want to be in the next video, you could submit a pet peeve by commenting down below or joining the Discord.
Yeah, dude, the worst is like, hey, they have a hog, guys. Okay, we maybe go Ana? No. No. They refuse. Oh, Jesus, what is this? This is a Boger Classic?
Awesome. Oh, yeah, we capped. We have 20% with 20%. Keep shooting. Just keep shooting. Doesn't matter what happens. Keep shooting. Just whatever happens, happens. It's like playing the casino. We're fighting the voices here. I'm a cage. Caging. Caging, guys. Just keep fighting on point. Caging. I listen. I can't. I don't know what's up. I'm pressing Q. I got my cage.
Hold W for 5 seconds.
Stop shooting the voices.
I'm holding W.
No.
Is it work? Oh, I died. Look at me. I'm like a bot. I'm legit a bot. How do I die? I'm dead here. I respawn.
That's so funny, dude. The servers really do be dying a lot, though. So everyone's... I mean, that never used to happen in Overwatch 1. Just saying. Oh, God. More Mauga.
What in the Overwatch am I?
Fake Mauga.
I think we win this one. No, we crashed the server!
This happened to me a few times too.
So much happened. The server crashed. The server could not handle what just happened.
This is why we can't go back to 6v6 chat. If we ever went back to 6v6, dude, if this for a 5v5 crashes the server, imagine 6v6 with multiple Malgas and multiple Diva bombs and fluxes.
We officially have a true Venn diagram. But what happens is we get another ultimate, see the Malga ultimate, and whatever that did, crashed the server. So I wonder, did we use, how many ults were used? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait! Every ult was used, so we used 10 ults and then the game crashed. Lucio just used beat. Junkrat's using tire. Yeah, every ult was used. Yes, every single ult was used. So that might have been what crashed the server, because every single ult in the game was used.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. I had the same thing happen to me, but that's awesome.
5 Reaper tips every...
What's this?
Every Reaper main must know. Tag a friend who sucks at Reaper. When Reaper is ulting, there's a couple of different movement options you have that you probably didn't even know were possible.
Jump.
The first one is Reaper is able to crouch spam while ulting, and the second one is that he's able to jump while ulting.
Jump's my favorite.
You mix these together, they can make for some very hard to hit headshots on Reaper while he's ulting. While Reaper's Fade is an excellent escape tool, it can also be used to reload Reaper's shotguns.
So quiet.
The best way to abuse this tech is that if an enemy is super low, you can Fade and then cancel it for a quick surprise kill on the enemy. Reaper's Fade is a very interesting property where the TP animation looks the exact same no matter where you place the TP.
Oh, he's gonna do the downward one.
You can
Yeah.
make some crazy bait plays by placing a TP right at your feet. Reaper's ult doesn't just damage enemies on a horizontal plane. Hitbox is actually a sphere. You can abuse this by sitting on the higher ground for more cover while still damaging the enemy. Finally, I would like to add this workshop code to help you practice some of the things in Reaper's kit. This map
Yo, I mean this with all due respect,
allows you to practice
but I feel like if you're doing Reaper aim training, you got
some simple aim.
you got bigger problems. I'm sorry. What's this?
Wait! How do you do it?
Is this a scroll wheel bug?
That's insane. You can't even hear it, dude.
Yep. And you can go diagonally pretty fast. You can
Wait,
literally wall climb.
How do you do it?
You know, bound jump on the mouse wheel, and then just do it slowly. Don't do it fast.
Okay, wait. Hey, where's jump? Jump is here. Okay, I gotta rebind the pinky.
I've got a few tricks.
Wait, give me a second.
I've got a few tricks.
Yeah, then they broke wall riding or wall climbing at the beginning of the season this year or this season because they're trying to fix this. And then Hanzo couldn't wall climb, Kiri or Genji couldn't wall climb, so they undid it. And now this is back technically, at least as of this moment.
All right, I thought I would.
All right, what's this next?
Share a cool Ryan tech with you guys today. So, as you all know, a normal shatter, right? Very quick, easy to execute. But if you ever jump shatter, it takes a lot longer to hit the ground, right?
Sure.
See it coming, they can react and like block it. But what if I told you there's a way to jump shatter at the same speed as a normal shatter, allowing you to actually shatter in the air? So if you press spacebar or like your jump button and your ult button on the exact same frame, you can shatter, allowing you to kind of like jump around a corner, but not be delayed as you would like a normal shatter. And you can see I kind of just start the animation around a corner, and even though he may shatter, and you can see I kind of just start the animation around a corner, and even though he may be smart enough to know that I'm jump shattering, the shatter lands sooner than he expects to, so he can hardly react to it.
I'm gonna have to try that. I never seen that before. Huh. The more you know.